Hey guys, it's Marcus here, and today what I want to do is I want to break down the affiliate marketing basics and make affiliate marketing easy for you. And we're starting right now. All right, so let's talk about the affiliate marketing basics. What are the basics that you need to do to make money online? What do you need to have? What kind of skills? Everything like that. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to break them down very simple. Number one, this is very easy to understand. Number one, what you need is an audience. Now, a lot of people, when they start to do affiliate marketing, audience, that says audience. Right? Number one, what people do when they try to do affiliate marketing, and what makes them fail, is they start with a product first. Right? They start with a product. They say, well, I'm going to go to ClickBank and I'm going to get a product and I'm going to sell it. Or I'm going to join a network marketing company and get a product and sell it. Or someone said that this is really good and really hot, so I'm going to sell it. And what they do is what's called product-centered marketing. Now, I want you to look at this because some companies can do this, but it's very difficult because there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of other people doing the same thing. So if you start with a product, what you're going to notice is that it's linear. It's like straight. It's like, okay, we're going to start with the product. That's what we do. That's the end game, right? So like you have something like that little sponge that was on the Shark Tank, right? The little happy sponge or whatever it was called. And they had this sponge and they built a business and they built a product. Now, the reason they did well is because they had a lot of money backing it, right? They had a lot of Shark Tank investors, a lot of money backing it, and they had it ready to go, okay? So they had outlets for it. So what happened was they built this up and they were like, okay, we're going to make this. And they called it the Scrub Daddy, okay? And the Scrub Daddy sold for, I think it was like $7 or $7.99 or something like that, okay? So a sponge for $7.99. Now, they went out there, they had a lot of money for advertising, they had a lot of channels. They were able to make this work because they had a lot of resources to get the traffic. If this was you and me and we said we had to sell this online, it's going to be very difficult. Also, what's difficult is the fact that it is product-centered. Okay? Now, down the line, they might be able to add another product, like maybe the Scrub Mommy or something. I don't know. That sounds a little weird. But they might have something else, okay? But it's product-centered. Now, as an affiliate marketer, you need to do this different, and you need to find your audience first. Okay, we find our audience first because you want to own your audience. Just today on the radio, I was listening to a radio talk show guy, Rush Limbaugh, which I cannot stand, by the way. But he was on the radio, and I was just so appalled that I kept listening. Now, see, this is exactly what's going on. Rush Limbaugh and other talk show people and all these other people, right, they find their audience. They're like, who do we want? We want Republicans and stuff like that, okay? So they went and they said, this is our audience. Now, because of that, the man is now valued at like $500 million for spewing bullshit on the radio. But at any rate, right, he's got his audience, okay? Now, he does that right, okay? I don't agree with his politics views, but in terms of marketing, he went and he found an audience. Now, why was it worth $500 million over his lifetime? Because he was able to take that audience and go to something else. Now, had he been product-centered, right, had he come out and said, well, I'm not the talk show guy, I'm just talking about healthcare. Okay, he'd be dead in the water because that's a one-trick pony. Instead, what he did is he said, there's lots of these Republicans out there, and they all like this stuff, so I'm going to be the guy who speaks to them. Okay, so he went audience first. Hopefully that makes sense to you. I want to simplify it so it makes sense. So what you want to do with affiliate marketing is always start with your audience first. How do we find our audience? We use things like the Google Keyword Planner. We use things like Facebook groups. Right? Like this guy could go and find Republican Facebook groups, or I could go and find, Democrat Facebook groups, or whatever it is, right? You got to find your audience and you got to know about them. All right? Very, very, very important. And this is where you build your brand, your name, or whatever it is up into something bigger, into something you will have value. So you go and you find your audience on the Google Keyword Planner, on Facebook, banner ads, whatever you're doing. You find your audience. Okay? Once you find your audience, then you want to decide how to reach them. Okay? So you got to say, how are we going to reach them? Is it feasible? What's it going to cost to reach them? All right, now I know that if we were to advertise on sites, there's a guy, I don't remember his name. His name was Dick something. That's about all I remembered, was that it was Dick, right? And this Dick guy has some banner ads on his site. Okay, it was a political site. That's why I bring this up. It was like I think it was Dick Morris or something like that, right? And so I could go and I can buy a banner ad on old Dick's site for very cheap, and I could get traffic that way. That might be a way that I would work if the money makes sense, right? If it's dollars to cents, makes sense, okay? So we look at that. Next, what we want to do. So first, we find our audience. Second, we decide how to reach them. Now, what this guy did is he's like, okay, I got a bunch of crap to talk. I'm going to do it on the radio, and then I'm going to build my business, my following that way. Okay, very cool. And he built himself as a brand. 3, what we want to do is find how to get paid. Okay, it's very important that you do it in this very simple affiliate marketing basics 3-step way. We find our audience, okay? If you're talking to the Republicans, if you're talking to the Democrats, if you're talking to people who like basket weaving, if you're talking to people who want to get rid of chinch bugs, people who want to paint their deck, whatever it is, right? Lots of things. We find our audience, find out who we are talking to. And this is going to make it all easier. If you do this first, your life is easier. If you don't, life's going to be hard. Make it easy, right? So we go there and we're like, okay, number 1, find our audience. Number 2, decide how to reach them. And then number 3, we want to find out how we get paid. Now, this is very good because now we say, well, what can we do? What are these guys interested in? Well, you look at guys like Alex Jones and stuff like that, and they're selling like survival gear because they think the end of the world is happening. They like Trump, right? So you can sell Trump, hunting and whatever it is, right? We look at this and we're like, okay, well, isn't that like stereotypes? Yes, stereotypes exist in marketing. It's a type based on what people like. Now, there's bad stereotypes, and we don't do that stuff, but we do want to look at what people are interested in. So we want to do what's called an audience profile. And you say, Marcus, I'm brand new. I don't know how to do this. Well, you go look at what they're into, right? In your market, there are forums, there are groups, there are all kinds of things where people are talking about stuff. And they basically tell you what they want to buy, what they want to do, what they're interested in, right? We look at it. Now, I don't agree with Trump's views as a president, but in terms of marketing, what he did is he actually looked at the Republican base and he took a snapshot of what they were pissed off about. And he spoke to that, okay? In terms of marketing, hey, that's really good. Very good marketing, yay. In terms of other stuff, nay. But we look at that and we're like, okay, that's what he did. He did the marketing. He did a profile of what the people wanted. Okay, so we get our audience and we say, what are they interested in? Then we go ahead and decide how we're going to reach them. Then we find out how to get paid. Now, you can find out how to get paid in lots of ways. Like, for example, if you're in the talking to the Republicans or whatever, you could do like survival gear. You could do insurance, protection, right? And you look at this, and what they're doing is they market based on fear. Okay, so that's the driving engine of this machine, right? It's fear. Okay, now fear, unfortunately, sells a lot of shit. All right, now we got to look at that. Now, this works in other markets too. Let's say I go out there and I'm talking to home improvement people, and maybe my niche is how to improve your pool deck. Okay, and we take our pool deck and we're like, okay, pool deck. Okay, how am I going to reach them? Maybe I'll reach them with YouTube videos, do the research. Maybe there's a Facebook group. Maybe I could do it on search. Okay, maybe I could do Pinterest or whatever. Then what do I offer them? Okay, we could offer them things like Home Depot. Okay, Home Depot has an affiliate program. We can offer them things like home improvement leads. Okay, like Angie's List and all these companies, Home Advisor, they all buy leads. Okay, put a form, link people to a form, they fill out the form, you get like 20 bucks or something. Okay, really cool. Okay, you can do what else? Like pool stuff, maybe like a pool company. You could do, you know, all kinds of Lowe's. Maybe there's a toolbar. Okay, now, why do we do it in this 3-step fashion? Why do we find our audience first, decide how to reach them, and then find out how to make money? Why do we do it this way? Wouldn't you just go find a product and promote it? Well, yeah, you can do that, but it's going to be very difficult, and at the end of the day, you're probably not going to own your audience. This is all about being able to own your audience. When you're going out there and you have your audience, this Rush Limbaugh guy, okay, he owns his crowd. People go there and they listen to him all the time. My dad used to listen to him, drove me nuts. Drove me nuts even when I was a Republican. Not anymore, and he still drives me nuts even more. But you go there and you're like, okay, this guy owns his audience. He's like, these are the people, okay? And that's why he's got 500 million and other people have better messages, can speak better, are better at all their stuff. And they're not like him because he went and he found his audience first and learned about them. Second, we decide how to reach them. What's the best way to get them to come to me? Okay? And then find out what to promote. Now, you want to do this because you're going to build yourself up as an authority. Okay? Now, a lot of people say, Marcus, I don't really want to be out there. Like, I don't want to make YouTube videos. I don't want people to know my name. I don't want to deal with this stuff. Okay? Well, what you do is you do the same thing, but you do it behind the scenes. Okay? Building your group of people and being an authority doesn't mean you have to be Marcus the authority. It just means you need to build a following of people that will open your email and check your site. Okay? You want to get people back to you. That's all it's about, is getting people back to you. Whether you use your name, whether you use whatever, doesn't matter, because now you have your audience, you have the profile. If you have this one thing, this is what I'm good at, right? I'm good at finding the audience and doing the profile on them. Everything else falls into place because of the fact that it's all about speaking to people. If you forget that you're talking to people and that there's people looking at your site, and that there are groups of people on the internet that like things, that don't like things, that do things, that don't do things. There are groups on the internet. And I got to tell you what, if you get into one group, you can make a lot of money. This guy tackled one group. There's a guy out there that has storm YouTube videos, tackles one group. There's guys out there with pool sites. They tackle one group. And if you tackle one group, you'll make money for a long time with affiliate marketing. Whether you want to just get started or whatever you're doing, use this 3-step affiliate marketing basics example. Find your audience first, find out how to reach them, and then find out how to profit. And when you do this, before you set anything up, right? Before you buy a domain, before you get hosting, before anything, do this first. Now, you might like this, and if you do, go ahead and subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Click the little bell, it's a bell, not a thumb. Click the little bell notification icon so you get my new videos. This is exactly what I'm talking about, right? My audience is people here on YouTube watching videos about how to make money online. How do I reach them? Okay, I reach them with YouTube videos, with email lists, with banner ads, with search advertising. That's how I reach them. How do I profit? By driving them to things that make me money. Now, if I had gone the product-centered route, it wouldn't work. I'd be losing more money than I make. But because I do it this way, now I have a bunch of people who will look at stuff over and over and over again. And if you subscribe here on YouTube, you'll see exactly what I mean, because you'll get more videos. Now, in addition to that, we actually break this process down by numbers. We do like a paint by numbers system. We show you how to find the audience, show you how to understand the audience, show you how to profile the audience. We break it down and we do paint by numbers, how to decide how to reach them and how to get traffic, how much it's going to cost, or if you can get free traffic. Then we go with step number 3 and we show you exactly how to make money and how to fit it to what your market wants in the Simple Sites Big Profits course. So if you like these videos and you're like, Marcus, I want to learn this stuff. It makes sense. I see how it works. It works in the real world, and it does. What you want to do is go to simplesitesbonus.com, sign up for the course. It'll take you through everything. It'll give you software, and you can ask us for help if you ever get stuck or want us to take a look at your sites. So, simplesitesbonus.com, you can pick up the software. Other than that, subscribe here on YouTube, watch for the next videos, and post your comment about what you want to learn next. Thanks again for watching. I'm Marcus from Affiliate Marketing Dude, and I'll see you in the next video.